Settle down, Ganyu. I know you're excited for the video, but just calm yourself. Just settle down. Alright? Hey everyone, Gamercurtis here, bringing you a video about Genshin Impact. And is it fun? Is it worth playing? Is it a big waste of money or time? A lot of these are personal opinions. Yes, Ganyu, I understand. Yes. There are some cautions. I will let them know. So, yeah. Should you play this game? It is entirely up to you how you want to play it. It is a free MMO, anime-inspired MMO, as you can see. There are a lot of different characters. There is a pretty decent-sized world here that still is unfinished. Like, there's, the chasm over here that's not done. There's, this side that has not been done. But for the most part, it's decently big. There's a lot to explore. Heck, I haven't even explored all of this area, like 50%, 55%. That's usually like chests and other secrets. So you can spend a lot of time in this game. Now there are some warnings and other things that we should go over. So this game is a gacha game. So what gacha is, if you've never played a gacha game, is there is RNG summoning mentalities, basically. So how you get a lot of the characters, if you want to try to collect a lot of characters, you have to summon them with the currency in this game is called primo gems. You get primo gems basically through doing normal gameplay, opening chests, events. There are a lot of free things you can do, daily quests, like doing achievements, but there's only a finite amount of that really in the game. So as a free-to-play player, you could go around, you could collect the chest, do the quest, do the story, and have a good stockpile for your first really big push to try to get a 5-star character, which is the highest grade character you get in the game. 5 stars will outshine pretty much all 4 stars of damage, unless you have like a full constellation 4-star. But we'll get into that here soon. So as far as these are my characters, these are, all the purple ones are 4 stars, except the main character is considered a 5-star, the Traveler. And then these ones are 5 stars up here, except Benny, because they're sorted by level right now. Now, of course, you have your main roster characters, which are like Jean, Mona, D-Luke, Kaching, and then Chi-Chi, which I don't have. And then you have banner characters. So what a banner is if you go over here to the Wish tab. All right, now it's a Kaching banner, which is the first banner that they've actually done on a main banner character. Because the main banner's here, this banner always stays, is always here. You always get, it has the possibility of getting everything. So, so it's a very low percent chance you're actually going to get what you want. Whereas if it's a banner character or character event Wish banner, then this banner, the main character that they're pushing is Kaching. So you have an increased drop rate to get her. And if for some reason you don't get her on your first pull of 5-star, then you're guaranteed it on your next one. The pity timer on this is 90 wishes. 90 wishes, well, a 10 pull is 1600 primo gems. So 90 of those is like, what? It's like 9,000, something like that. Close to that. So, or maybe a little higher. So the problem with that is if you, of course, miss, then you gotta get up to another 90 wishes. Now, of course, you can get sooner than that, but it is lower drop rate. And the soft pity, I think, is around 75 wishes, 65, 75 wishes. So if you're being a free-to-play player, you're not going to be able to wish on every single banner. There's just not enough primo gems to generate in the game to get that. So if you're very selective who you want to be, sure. You can play this game completely free, not spend a dime, even though there's a couple things I would suggest getting if you want to be a low-budget player. I would do the Battle Pass. Battle Pass has a lot of good rewards in it. It's good money value, especially when you get to level 30, you get to pick a good 4-star weapon. Great. And you can even go, you don't even have to do this version, which adds 10 levels for free, plus like a portrait and fragile resin, which is like extra, another currency I'll get into. You can just do this version, which is like $10. And it at least guarantees you the weapon and the extra stuff on the bottom level, which are these weapons. The other thing is, go to the shop here. The Blessing of Welcome Moon. So you buy it. It's a 30 days. You can of course stack on if you want to have more than 30 days, so you don't have to remember. But every 30 days, you get a daily gift of 90 Primo gems. And when you initially buy it, you get 300 gems that you could basically use on some of these gift shop things, maybe, or just convert it to Primo gems by a 1-to-1 ratio. So, being a system that's a bunch of RNG, you have to take into consideration that there are times where it's going to kick your ass. You're going to not get what you want. If you're going to be free to play, you have to come to the conclusion that there might be times where you might not have enough to try to do a double roll on this banner. You might not get what you want. And are you okay with that? Are you okay being flexible enough to play the characters that are given to you by the RNG gods and be happy with it? For me, I'm not a free-to-play player. If I'm going to play a game, I like to have the best of the best. I like to try to collect everything. So when I didn't even start this at launch. I think I made an account, but I didn't play it and get into it until like a month or two ago. Whenever Albedo's banner was at the near end. I don't remember. But I have spent money. I don't regret any of the money I've spent. The system has kicked my ass a few times where I had to spend some more money than I really wanted to. But I'm getting the enjoyment of the game. I'm getting the hours of fun I'm getting. I have no regrets spending money on the game. Now, do I agree with some of the systems? Do I wish they were better? Of course. I'd like to not spend as much money. Especially on like weapon banners. Weapon banners are a piece of shit. Because these ones are even worse, because usually you have two weapons that have a higher % chance, but it's a 75 increased drop rate chance. So even if you pull a 5-star weapon, or when you do, there's that 25% chance that it's not one of these like weapons you're going after. And then on top of that, if you don't get it, then there's still no like protection element like on the character banner where you'll get it the next time. And if let's say you get a Wolf's Gravestone, there's no protection saying you can't get like 9 of these in a row before you get a Staff of Homa, which a lot of people have made videos on. So this banner most people avoid, especially if they don't want to spend a lot of money, because you can spend a lot of money on this banner if you get unlucky. Like some people have spent like $2,000, $3,000 on this banner just to get one weapon. There's, of course, if you're trying to get like 5-star characters on the character banner, you want to get constellations, which what constellations are like a talent tree. It's not really a tree, it's just extra power to your character. So I look at my Ganyu, I have C1, which Constellation 1 Ganyu, which gives her basically decreases her opponent's cryo resistance by 15% for 6 seconds after I hit them with my Arrow Bloom. Plus then it generates more energy for her Q. So it's a pretty good passive. Allows you to do more damage. Now if you want to try to get all the way down here, like when she was on her banner, you basically have to spend usually about $1,000 or more to pull enough 5-stars to do that. Do people do it? Of course. That's what they call whales in this game, where they just have a lot of money. Or, yeah, a lot of money, a lot of followers. Yeah, so you could spend that much money if you want to. I mean, if I had a huge disposable income and I wanted to try to max out every character so I could do the craziest damage possible, sure, I would do it. But I don't. But I still do enough damage to play the game. So what else? So once you start the game, you'll have the main character. There's a storyline. You know, basically the travelers from like another world. You're gonna go from zone to zone to collect, like, you figure out you can collect powers. And there's gonna be more zones added to the game. There's supposed to be 7 zones total. There's only 2 right now. So they've got a lot of content to make instead of just making new characters. So we're waiting on that. Of course, there's different adventure ranks. Like mine right now is 47. This dictates what your world level, which is below here, of like how strong the monsters are, as far as like the monsters you're fighting, you know, in the what they call domains, which are basically dungeons. You know, how strong those are going to be. Now, of course, there are times where you can decide to basically not level up the world level. And that way, if you're not ready for it, you don't have enough good gear, you can basically negate that aspect. Now, there are times where they'll forcefully do it for you. Not much you can do about that. But for the most part, I haven't had a problem. Now, if you didn't spend much money on the game and you've gotten unlucky in your polls, it might be a little harder to do that. But I think pretty much anybody should be able to continuously level up into the world levels without a problem and progress just fine. You really don't have to worry about gear too much until starting around adventure rank 40 is when you can start dabbling into some gear. You don't really start going hard on it until 45. So the fragile region I talked about, which is this currency on the world map up here, this regenerates every like 8 minutes or so. And it allows you to do like bosses to gain mats to ascend your character. So basically the ascension is every well, the first 20 levels, then it goes to 20 and then after you hit 40, from 20 to 40, then it's 40, 50, 60, 80, and then you're ascend at 80 to get max level 90. So you need these boss materials to ascend them to unlock their next max level. And then you have these weekly bosses like the wolf, you have a dragon, and then you have child, which is down here. These drop various loots, and depending on your level, rank level, depends on which one you can do. So you have stuff to do, but it's locked behind this system. You only get 160 per day. The weekly ones take 60 per. So 180. So technically, in one day, you don't have enough to do all three. If you don't want to spend any money, any extra currency to because you can basically spend currency to gain extra of this amount per day, up to, you can replenish it 5 times. But that takes primo gems. So if you're free to play, you don't want to do that too much because you only have so much. And then like the other bosses, the smaller ones, those take 40 per. And then you have these ley lines, like I was basically doing earlier. Like for XP books or gold, these take 20 per. And then domains, which are dungeons, take 20 per. So all these things you have to do to help your characters out are locked behind this system. So this system kind of sucks. And a lot of people wish they would replace it with something better, or make it a higher number that can go higher, or just a higher number in general, that so you have a larger pool, or something. It sucks you can only do so much per day. But it is what it is. So there's that aspect of the game. So it is, once you get up to like my level or higher, you run out of things to do pretty quickly. It's like you can do all your dailies, do some dungeon grind, try to get some gear for your characters, and you can basically have nothing to do within 30 minutes to an hour. Now, of course, if you want to go farm other materials that you can farm, without any penalty or without this resin, then yeah, you can do that. But once you get so many characters leveled, and you're very short on books to even level more characters, and then of course if you want to gear them up, then you have to use that resin instead of on your main characters. It's like a snowball effect. So I hope they change the system in the future, or add more ways to get materials. Now, they did say they're going to be adding more stuff that's not going to take resin in the future. Now, they did have this boss over here, which unlocked with Zhao, because this is his essential materials from this boss. Now, this boss still takes resin, though, to do. But I'm hoping in the future they're going to add things to farm and do that doesn't take resin. More ways to get XP books, more ways to farm other things. And besides that system, and then yes, Ganya, yes, yes. Besides that system, and of course the horrible luck you can get on a gacha game, I do recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. The combat's smooth and great. Which I guess I can show you. And there is enough content in this game for somebody to lose track and spend hours on this game. If you want to try to collect everything, and you want to get lost in a fantasy world, sure, you can definitely do that. If you don't want to spend any money on this game, don't have to. If you have some money and you want to make yourself pretty strong, there's plenty of things you can, you know, spend some money on to get yourself stronger. Let's see if I can go fight some here. Alright. So we'll go do a ley line here. I don't have to actually accept the reward because I don't have any currency, but... So, you have access to 4 characters at a time. You can change your party when you're not in combat. But... pretty good animations in the game. You can swap between your characters pretty fluidly. Elements do play a role in the game, so... Like this guy is a shield. That'd work better if I had water with me, but... I don't. But easy enough, just don't get hit. You know, dodge. And yeah. Then I would accept it if I had currency. But anyway, final thoughts. This game is worth just trying for free. If you want to spend some money on it, at least do the battle pass and the welcome moon. Great value. If there's a character that you really, really want, because they do release them, usually it seems like every 6 weeks or so. No. Find out, you can test it when they come out, so you don't have to spend money right away. Then, yeah, invest in some stuff that you care about. But just keep in mind that the system can be brutal. You might have to spend a little bit more money than you think you have to. And just keep that in mind and bear with it. But if you just go with it just to play the game for free, and just want to mess around with some characters, get some gear, yeah, you can easily sink 40 to 60 hours in this game. No problem. And be totally fine. But those are my thoughts on it. If you have any comments or concerns, or if you are playing the game and you tell me what you think about it, if you have thought about playing this game and you're decided what you want to do, leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you want to see future videos, especially of Genshin content. And I will see you in the next one. All right.